motherfucking copycat. Fuck your ambiance. They caught me live. Chances that you fucking with me, probably not.
So we're heading to the special effects show. Hopefully it's gonna be special. Yeah, they are. They do a bunch of stuff here.
Universal Studios Hollywood! I'm Susan, and today we're going to behind-the-scenes look at how we make movie magic. As you probably know, the word movie is a nickname for motion pictures. And in the early days of filmmaking, it must have truly seemed like magic. In the late 1800s, the Pettibone Brothers Manufacturing Company produced magic lanterns, like this one, which were widely used by traveling showmen, projecting images onto white backdrops. Imagine for a moment what that must have been like. You're sitting in a dark den, suddenly the white backdrop is revealed and a single image appears. Then, when seen in the right order, in the right light, and at the right speed, those images seem to come to life to create a magical new world. Universal Studios has been making movies on this location for the last 100 years.
Damn.
And in that time, the studio has turned out some of the most memorable film moments in Hollywood history. I love this
movie. Hold on to your butts.
The basic concept behind the filmmaking process has always remained the same. To make the audience believe everything they see is real.
Today's filmmakers have more tools than ever before. High-tech cameras, super fast computers, but they still rely on a category of effects so distinctive they are known as special.
And one of the earliest forms of special effects are practical effects, which are shot on set right in front of the camera. Our first example of practical effects is Models. Universal's 1933 film, The Mummy, made use of miniature effects, including scale models, like this one here from the title sequence. Nowadays, we know that's a model, because the real pyramids do not say The Mummy on the back of them. When Universal relaunched The Mummy, the Sphinx from the opening shot that you see there is this Sphinx model you see here. This is the actual model that was used in the making of this film. The attention to detail is incredible, and I think Susan would agree. Models are a great way to fool the camera, am I right?
Absolutely. Another filmmaking tool that also fools the camera is the glass mask. In the terrifying film The Birds, the brilliant Alfred Hitchcock had matte paintings created to achieve the eerie look he wanted for the town of Bodega Bay. Take a look at the side screens. In this literal bird's eye view of the town, only the fire and the parking lot were real. Everything else was hand-painted on glass to create a matte and then dropped in. And then the footage of the birds was incorporated to complete the effect.
So we've shown you two examples of practical effects, a model and a glass mask.
There's also a category of practical effects that involves performers and not just props. Practical stunts!
Somebody say stunts?
Let's hear for our special effects stunt department!
Yeah! scared that lady Justin came down inverted? How come we don't get an awesome entrance like that?
Because we're wearing nice clothes.
Touche.
You may not know their faces, but you have seen their work in countless television and movie projects, sometimes as stunt doubles for some of your favorite stars. So let me introduce them to you. We have Chris Giacomazzi, Johnny Zhao, and our stunt coordinator, Justin Javers. Justin, is it safe to say that stunt performers almost always double for actors when there's a fight scene?
Yeah, absolutely, Susan. Actors don't like getting kicked in the face.
Kick to the face.
Like this.
Yeah, I like that. Okay? Yeah, he is. All right, guys, get set up. When staging a fight, the art of illusion is very important. All the moves have to be realistic enough to fool the camera without getting anybody injured. So the performers have to make it look believable. Let me set our scene. Exterior, dark alley, dead of night. A couple of nefarious characters are hanging around. Ready, and action!
Hey, I'm going home. No, you're not with there.
Needless to say, this is the type of thing any of our friends out there should try at home, right?
That's correct.
Do you notice the sound effects in the last scene, like those dynamic punches and the dumpster hit? Justin, what do we call those added sounds?
Foley! You might be familiar with the term
Foley
the
stage.
process of adding sound effects to movies after the film is shot. But do you know its origin? Jack Foley wore many hats: director of silent films, writer of westerns, even stunt double. But when he started doing sound effects for Universal in the 20s, that's when he began to make a name for himself. For over 30 years, Jack Foley worked on Soundstage 10 here on the lot. And if he couldn't recreate a sound on his stage, he went out and got it. Using a technique called direct-to-picture, Foley and his crew would record sound effects directly to the finished film in a single take. One mistake meant they had to start the whole process all over again from the beginning. Here to help us experience what that must have been like, please welcome our first group of volunteers! Welcome, Smith Party! They are going to help us demonstrate how the simple items on this cart can be repurposed to sound like something completely different than you might think. For example, in Foley, a water bottle is used to articulate the sound of bones breaking. Listen to this. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Kids, you can try that at home.
I can use these on my YouTube videos.
The water bottle part, not the actual breaking of bones. All right, let's take a look at the
can do
footage
that.
we need to Foley. It's Melissa McCarthy and Jason Bateman in Identity Thief, along with actual Universal Foley artists hard at work. Watch the side screens.
Now I have a plan.
All right, looks pretty easy. Trust me, it's not. Let's take a look at the tools they're going to be
No,
using.
it's not easy.
First, this is a crash box. It makes the sound of crashes. James over here is also going to be using shoes on sticks for the running sounds. Laura over here has rolled up phone books for the sounds of the body falls. Matt has boxing gloves. They make the sound of the throat punch and the face slaps. And all the way over down here at the end, we have a cowbell and a metallic spoon for the sound of the toaster hit. And finally, Jenny will also be using these handcuffs, because these handcuffs sound like handcuffs. Now, I've already spoken with these guys, so they know how to use all of these tools Keep one eye on the clip, right down over here. When it's your turn, hit it nice and loud for the microphone. All right, you guys ready to have some fun? All right, let's roll the tape, roll sound, and action. Take a look at their work of art. Come down stage. Let's all stand right along this line right here in the stage. We are going to add in audio, with dialogue and score. And can we add their Foley track into playback? Great. All right. Watch the side screens, everyone.
Get over here and give me your ribs. Okay? Now I have a plan.
Let's hear it more.
While Universal has made great films in every genre, the studio really made a mark over the years creating some of the industry's most terrifying thriller and horror films. Let's take a peek. With the cast of Dracula, Chucky and his bride, Michael Myers, Imhotep from The Mummy, Family Opera, and Mother Bates. The perfect setting for our next demonstration.
Everybody say hi, Cynthia!
Hi, Cynthia! So Cynthia, all you have to do for this is scream. So let's do a practice, okay? Let's say that you were face to face with Norman Bates. Let's all hear how you would scream!
That's adorable. She would die so fast.
Yeah. Well, as you saw in that fight earlier, some performers have a very high pain threshold. So my question is, do you?
Well, do you?
This next demonstration does involve movie blood. So does anybody know what Alfred Hitchcock used for movie blood in the original Psycho? Shout it out! Right away, chocolate syrup is right.
That's right, Psycho was a black and white movie, so they could get away with it. Nowadays, movie blood has to be much more realistic.
Thank you for giving us a hand.
Literally. Now, kids, do not try this at home.
Yeah, try it at a friend's house. Alright, so right now, let's just palm up so you're ready for me. Oh, right. Look how willing you are. Let's hold it up so you can hear the thud. Alright, here we go. Ready?
Not with the machine.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm scared you. No. I'm not going to use this crazy machete. I have a sharper knife. So take a look at the side screens, everyone, and scream on 3. Cynthia, 1, 2. Hollywood blood knife. This is a false blade with a cutout for her arm. It comes out of the handle. Meanwhile, I am squeezing movie blood from this hole so that it comes out of the tube right where that notch is. It scares your volunteer half to death, but wasn't she amazing? Let's hear for Cynthia!
Wow, that is that's realistic.
Yeah.
I'm going backstage.
Cynthia, you can come with selfie right over here. You know, I promised you a photo, right? Since I put you through all that. So you brought your phone with you, right? Set up the camera, and then I will take your picture. Oh, I gave your passcode. Fantastic. Hey, I'll take it up. Yeah, let's pose you. Let's get you up here with our classic Universal monsters. There's a spotlight for you right here. Yeah. On three. Let's hear that scream. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Again, take a look, everybody. Look at you just nonchalantly looking at Michael Myers. You are so strong. Give it up for Cynthia one more time, everybody. So far we have shown you practical effects, and now we're going to switch to visual effects we put on in a computer, specifically motion capture. To help me demonstrate mocap, welcome back my co-host, Justin! Looking good, Justin?
You gotta own it, Susan.
Let's activate our perimeter sensors, please.
Let's do it.
Motion
So
capture.
the markers on this suit reflect light back to these sensors, which then goes into our computer and captures all of their locations. Okay, we're ready. Let's see the capture on our screens down here. So the computer connects those markers and creates the digital skeleton that you see. You can do a T-pose.
T-pose.
Great. We always start with the T-pose to mark the beginning of each take. This makes it much easier when we need to go ahead. Justin.
This is really tight, Susan.
Right, take a look. Yeah, just the tip of your nose. Good. Now go right hand. Let's do both arms one more time. So we start with some simple movements so that we can calibrate the system. And that looks good. So you can relax. Next, we do full body movements. Start with some jumping jacks.
Alright.
And a little bit to stop in place. What digital animators do is they start with this skeleton, then they can change the aspect ratio, and on top add a wire frame. And then finally, they will add skins. Using this technology, we can turn Justin into anything that we want. So, Justin, we have turned you into a cuddly, friendly teddy bear!
It's dead.
Oh, not just any teddy bear though. You are the star of Universal's 10!
Oh yeah!
You're waiting outside the nightclub!
Yeah!
Keep those moves going, Justin.
Check this out!
Nice.
Hey Susan, this is for the ladies. Woo! Yeah! Come on, ladies!
Oh, you have channeled your inner Ted, Justin. Ted, what do you think so far?
That's why I watch these things. It's like a cool behind the scenes thing. You wouldn't know.
Thunder Buddies, Ted?
Thunder Buddies for life.
Nice. Let's hear for Ted and my co-host, Justin.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Seth MacFarlane had a modified mocap suit made by Philip Tippett Studios so that he could act and direct at the same time.
Wow.
So let's take a look at the genius behind Ted.
That's cool.
We were able to do Ted in a completely lifelike way and to use technology in a way that it really hasn't been used to date. What that technology does so well is it takes fantastical characters and makes them as realistic in movement as possible.
Cool.
As far as technology has come, CGI and digital effects, some things just look better when they're real, like fire.
Fire
Take a
stuff.
look at fire stunts in some Universal films. One of the most exciting and dangerous aspects of filmmaking is undoubtedly a fire stunt, and we're going to bring back out our top-notch stunt department to show you how they execute a live fire burn.
Awesome.
Yeah, Chris in the center is the stunt performer we will be setting on fire. We have our coordinator Justin and Johnny acting as our safeties for this demonstration. If you
She's
look
covered in
at Chris's
Vaseline.
face, you may be wondering, is that guy so nervous he's sweating
Vaseline.
profusely? That is protective fire gel that is on all of his exposed skin areas. You may know what it's like to be in a spot with sunscreen. Imagine if you miss a spot while on fire. Before we fuel, we always check our equipment in case of a premature ignition.
All right, check.
Number 2, check.
Copy that.
Hey, Susan, we are ready to begin.
Copy that.
Chris, you ready? Johnny, you ready?
Yeah.
Feel it.
At the completion of the shot, Chris will make his way to this fire blanket where he will be extinguished. At that point, we are looking for a thumbs up, then he is okay. If we get a thumbs down, then it's in order to get our medical team involved. These are trained professionals using very special equipment. This is not the type of thing anyone should ever think about trying on their own. This is Chris's 21st burn, and he is going to go for 8 to 10 seconds. So I'll leave it to our booth to set the lights in the house for the
8
shot.
to 10
We will
seconds. You
set
don't think
our
it's
clock
long,
to
but
zero
you're on
on the
fire.
side screens. Everyone, please remain in your seats for the duration of the stunt, and whenever you're ready, Justin.
Thank you, Susan. Hey, Johnny, you ready over there?
Yeah.
Chris, ready?
Ready and action!
Light it.
Always passing. 12 seconds. 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah! Woo!
Yeah. Okay, everybody. And around 17 seconds.
Yeah.
We are going for our stunt coordinator, Justin Chambers, our safety, Johnny Chow, and then we set on fire, Chris Capamazzi.
Yeah.
It's certainly hard to top that, but we are in for our final demonstration to create a scene that's really out of this world. With the help of our final volunteers,
Flying.
Tien and Eve, come on up. Give them a big round of applause, everybody. All the way from China, right? Excellent. Tien, obviously you are playing an astronaut. Do you have any fear of heights? Say no. No. No, great, all right, you can come with me right this way. And Eve, I'm gonna have you stand on this mark right up here. Perfect. Now Eve, boy do I have a surprise for you. Coming in is our Fisher flying rig. It is a very sophisticated computer-controlled cable system that creates the illusion of flight. That sounds complicated, but don't worry, there's an app for that. Alright, so I'm going to show everyone how it works. I will disable it for now. We're going to use this to move him up and down. Okay. And then we're going to use the grid to move him all around. Wow, she goes. All right. Very excited. All right. I'm going to re-enable it. And hand this to you. I'm going to tell you what to do.
She gets to control him.
Now, you and Tien, are you married? You are. How long have you been married? Almost 8 years! Wow! Congratulations! For the first time in almost 8 years, you get to be in charge of remote control. Yeah, great. You can sit right here. And we're getting final checks. He's all set. Wonderful. Sorry, they have to go. That's about you. But Tien, do you have any final words for your wife in almost 8 years?
Final words. No.
He said he loves you very much. Oh, and he said he wants to take you shoe shopping in Beverly Hills tomorrow. Oh, money is no object. Oh, you have a great husband. All right, your projections to the top here.
There you go.
Tien, you need to face us, okay? Camera here. All right, let's take it and bring it to this middle line. Up. Whoa! Tien, you know what? Don't touch the wires for me, okay? Don't do that. Just try to keep your shoulders all the way back and keep your chin up, all right, to help you get your balance. Sure. Sit back or do what you do. It's very natural up there. All right. Let's move it forward. So you actually press this and drag it this way. So right towards me. Keep going. Okay, stop right there. Now, Tien, you're in the frame. Just wave at the screen, okay? Give her the big wave. Let's try it one more time, right? So, Eve, bring this back. And put it up to the sticker. Tien, I'm going to help you, okay? I'm right in front of you, okay? Just keep those shoulders back. We're going to try it one more time. You're going to do fantastic. Let's take us a little step higher. Oh, my. Up. Try to get up. Oh, no.
back down.
Ian, Ken, I'm happy, okay? We're gonna stop everything right here. Give him a big round.
Yeah.
Ian, I have to take this away from you, okay? You guys need some counseling after 8 years. Alright, like that, right? Ken, coming down. Shoulders back. Shoulders back. Yes.
There you go.
I think he's okay.
That was awesome.
He's like, I'm gonna help with the sound, alright? I think he's okay. Remember, special effects are all about you believing that everything you see is real.